Welcome to Where They Wander. We're Kat and Kev, and we've lived in our RV on the road for 3 years.
This week we are covering a lot of ground, so buckle up. We further explore Mammoth and the surrounding area before heading up to Lassen Volcanic National Park. We drive as far as we are able in the park and marvel at Devastation Area before heading for a hike around Reflection Lake.
Here we go. All we need is an open road and a chance to see a never-ending world that's beautiful. Here we go with the sunlight on our skin. It's a brand new day. It's ours to take and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins.
Good morning, good morning. It's a little grey this morning and it is 50 degrees outside. It was 42 in the rig when we woke up this morning. A little cold.
The campground we're at right now just opened before we got here, and the next camp we're going to is going to just open as we get there. It's just early spring, so that's why some of the roads over the Sierras are not open. There is one open at Lee Vining where you can go over.
We're going on a scenic drive. We are going to Lake Mary Overlook.
Yeah, some kind of falls, Twin Falls Overlook, something like that. We're
All
going
right.
to Lake Mary, though.
The Overlook Road was closed. There was a gate across it. It's almost the end of May, and this would have been at 8,500 feet. So,
Still snow on the road.
yeah, too much snow up there. Apparently, not available for us to go up. We're trying to find an alternate route now. Well, Kev's found one, so let's go see.
Heading out on our own with our hope in the clouds. We're starting to see that we're onto something. Feel it coming now. Here we go. All we need is an open road and a chance to see a never-ending world that's beautiful.
It's cold. It's really, really cold. It's about 48 degrees, and with the wind, I would imagine it's gone down a lot more than that.
It's a brand new day. It's ours to take and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins.
It's very, very chilly. I'm not gonna lie. And it's also very busy. Oh, it's so pretty though. There's a bridge and everything. Let's go have a look.
In the searching, in the wilderness, we've never been more certain.
We managed to get as close as we could at Twin Lakes to the waterfalls. Sadly, once again, we came up against a closed road.
It's here, we finally know it. More than chance, more
And now we are going to Earthquake Fault.
It's an open fault in the ground where you can see where the earthquake has caused the ground to just like open up.
We are now at 8,500 feet. The nice thing about this little part is it's not windy. When the wind blows, it is freezing cold. It does feel warmer because there's no wind. Yeah, Kevin's like, it's warmer. So it's 8,500 feet right here. And we're gonna go find the earthquake fault.
the beauty now unfolding for us to see. Silent miracle.
Here we are at the earthquake crevasse. Is that what it's called? Crevasse.
It's an exposed earthquake fault.
What the heck? Look at this, guys. Oh my goodness. And you can, so first of all, you can see all the way down to the bottom here. What do you reckon that is, 60, 70 feet, Kev?
No, it's about 20 feet down from here to
that's-
the bottom right there. Probably only this far apart in the middle at the top.
Yeah.
The fissure opened around 550 to 650 years ago, during a time of intense volcanic activity that included steam blasts at Inyo craters and eruptions at Deadman Obsidian and Glass Creek domes. Early pioneers collected ice here in summertime to make ice cream. Look closely at the edges of the fault, and you'll see that the sides of the rock, now 6 to 10 feet apart, fit together perfectly.
Oh, he's going to take some shots up there. That's cool. But this is amazing. This is utterly, I'm going to go zoom out a bit. There you go. Look at that. That's crazy, right?
I climbed up to the top to go down the trail a little ways. You can walk along the fault here. It goes for quite a ways. that way. Goes all the way down.
What we found right here. The wonder of it all. The beauty now unfolding.
So here it is from above. We were down there, we came up these stairs on the way back. Like Kevin said, you can't see down in it from the sides, but you certainly can get an idea of the width of it. It's crazy big. This is why we say to come places in the shoulder season if you can, because look, there's nobody here.
I'm here.
Kevin's here. But let's look at the size of these trees compared to Kevin, it's crazy. That was incredible. Really brings home the power of an earthquake. Now we are heading to the summit. If you're enjoying this video and you're not yet one of our amazing subscribers, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, hit the like button and the notifications bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. This is the busiest I've seen anywhere since we were at Rainier, and Rainier was just manic.
It was so busy that they weren't allowing cars to stop unless you were a guest of the hotel. We just managed to drive around and get one photo.
If we hold on tight, we'll keep going till we reach new heights. Going further than we ever thought we could. We're on to something good. We won't let go. We'll keep pushing through the highs and lows. Going further than we ever thought we could. We're on to something good.
After 3 days exploring Mammoth Lakes and the surrounding area, we took 2 days to drive to Lassen Volcanic National Park. Today we are entering the Lassen National Forest on our way to Lassen National Park.
Good morning. We are in Manzanita Lake National Park campground, which is in the Lassen Volcanic National Park, and it is beautiful here. We are in a pull-through site and it is huge. Look at this. What?
Silver lining we find is worth the waiting. I think
This is the Loomis Museum, which is currently closed. And this is a little visitor center. There's a tiny little shop there. And here's Kat. We're looking at a seismograph that this guy Loomis put in here in 1920s.
And his wife actually built the museum and the seismograph building, and then in 1929, in memory of their daughter who sadly passed away, they donated it to the national park. What we have learned as newbies coming to this national park for the first time is that we are far too early in the season. It is the end of May, and at this entrance, which I think is the north entrance, we can go 10 miles up the road into the park. At the main entrance, which is the one that's, I can't pronounce it, which is actually an hour and a half drive from here because there's no direct route because the road is closed. That one is only open a mile into the park, but you can get to the sulfur works. But the lady we just spoke to said the best time to come really is August and September. At that point, you will be able to go through the entire park. So really we're here, we're at the lake, it's very beautiful. Sadly though, we cannot do the drive through the park, but that's okay, it's still gorgeous here.
going further than we ever thought we could. Yeah, we're on to something.
We are here at Hot Rock, and that doesn't sound very impressive until Kevin goes and walks by it. Go walk by it, Kev. This rock was thrown from the volcano on May 19th of 1915. And when Loomis and other locals came to this 40 hours after the eruption, this rock was still sizzling in the ground. It was that hot. The avalanche that was created by the eruption carried this rock, which they estimate to weigh 300 tons, 5 miles from Lassen Peak. I can't get over how awesome this rock is. Not only is it very cool rock, it's warm to the touch. Not from the volcano, it's from the sunshine, but it's still really cool.
This is the Devastated Area Trail. This trail circles through a small portion of the devastated area, showing aftermath evidence of Lassen Peak's May 1915 catastrophic eruptions.
they call this one of the old giants, and it's similar to that hot rock we just saw. And this came from the eruption on May 19th, 1915. And again, it was carried miles from the volcano, which you can't quite see behind me.
Oh, you can see it fine.
Okay. These guys came and took these photographs here, and had they dallied, they would have been killed, because 45 minutes later, after they left this area, she erupted again.
This volcano didn't just erupt once. It erupted in different stages. There was one on the 15th, the 19th, and the 22nd of May in 1915. After the eruption, this entire valley was wiped clean of trees except for a small patch right there on Crescent Crater that you can see. There's a picture here that was taken 10 years later. This area was still devastated, but you can see the little piece of forest that was left at the top. And all of this has grown back since then, over 100 years.
These huge rocks, they look innocent. They're rocks. Kids jump on them and play on them and climb on them, and that's how fun is that? Now imagine these flying toward you, boiling hot. It's beyond belief, isn't it?
This is what devastated the forest.
Hence, it's called Devastated Area.
This thing was inside the volcano, came flying out of there and landed over here. Well, it probably landed over there and rolled this way.
This rock here, which is currently shaded by these maturing trees, is the same rock that B.F. Loomis took a photograph of 3 days after it was ejected from the Lassen Peak. The several-ton rock was hot to touch when Loomis photographed it, and this is Benjamin Frank Loomis, and is the one who took all of the photographs and shared them with the world's press.
Yeah, see this notch right here? Right here, the same notch.
Some of the rocks that were blown from the avalanche and carried down here were hot lava, but they cooled too quickly, and then they fractured from the inside. They fell apart, and like a jigsaw puzzle, they say that you could put this rock back to its original shape. Although we generally think of rocks as thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of years old, these rocks right here are less than 100 years old. These rocks were thrown from inside a volcano, making them California's youngest rocks. Oh wow, we are literally in the main path at the end of the Lassen Peak avalanche flow right here. Now this is where that hot rock that we saw earlier is, and it's on the road, which is now here. So the avalanche veered this way and this way. And remember, like Kevin said, there was more than one eruption.
Cat's going over into the snow. Uh-oh, what do we have here? A wild cat in the snow. That's not good on your hip.
So we hold on and enjoy the ride. After all the ups and downs, this is our time.
Although the wagon tracks are long since gone, this was once the Noble Trail, part of the emigrant pass that brought settlers west. William H. Nobles discovered this trail while trying to discover a safer route to the Sacramento Valley. He discovered this actually quite by accident and got backers from Shasta to come and take this route, and they said the mountains were easy, the grass was abundant, there was plenty of water, and even though this was an easier trail, it was not as popular as the other trails that were further south, but it did bring thousands and thousands of people west. What a great part of California history. Just a little ways up on the main road parallels part of the emigrant trail, but now it is an actual hiking route, and here it is just on the side of the road. But just to imagine wagons coming through here and over these mountains is unbelievable.
So we hold on and enjoy the ride. After all the ups and downs, this is our time. Yeah, we hold on through this wild life.
We have stopped along the side of the road again because look at this. So this is called Craggy Rocks. I think it's actually called something different than that, but that's what I remember it being called. And this is on the other side. The volcano is over that side now. You can just about see sections of it over there. But this is the other side. 350 years ago, where the snow is right there, an entire section fell off. And that is why there are a ridiculous amount of rocks around here. Look at this. Avalanche came. Look at them all. It's crazy. Chaos Jumbles is all of the rubble, and the Chaos Crags are the mountains. Very cool. And you can see where the avalanche came, right in front of us. Incredible, huh? We have come on the trail, which is the trail that goes around the lake, but the very nice lady in the visitor center said if you just walk to the creek, you're going to get the great shot with the volcano and the lake and the reflection. So that's what we're doing. We're walking this trail. This is the creek. I was saying how surprised I was that the water is flowing out of the lake, but that would be what gravity does, Catherine.
That's what makes it a freshwater lake and not a saltwater lake.
Yes, it goes in on that end. So it comes down from Noble Creek and it goes out right here.
On Noble Creek again.
On Noble Creek.
There's no surrender, no defeat. We will conquer fearlessly. We can believe if we open our eyes. Out from the darkness.
This must be a birder's paradise here. We just met with a very nice lady who said that she grew up in this area in the summer. Her father was a ranger, and John F. Kennedy came and stayed here in the stone house, which is just to the right of the main entrance. And her father was lucky enough to get a security pin.
A tie pin from PT 109, the boat that he was stationed on when he was in the Navy.
I think we managed about a third of the way, or I managed about a third of the way around the lake to get to that beautiful viewpoint that that lovely lady talked about. The entire perimeter of the lake is only 2 miles, and I think Kev's going to try and do that tomorrow morning, Kev?
Yeah, tomorrow. Now we're back on the Manzanita Lake trail. For the Lily Pond. We're going to continue on this time. We've made it to the entrance to the parking lot for the visitor center, and right across the street is the Lily Pond trailhead. I think we're going to go anti-clockwise today. Oh wow, this first hill gets great views of the lake. Well, here's the end of the Lily Pond Trail with the last number 27 here. And then we're going to continue on back down over here where the Reflection Lake Trail is. Well, that's the end of that trail. We made it to the top. Now we just go across. Now we're going to cross here and go over to the visitor center. Well, here we are back on the Reflection Lake Trail at the beginning of the Lily Pond again. And we're going to the visitor center. It's open today, right?
The museum is open today. Oh, you can see the mountain really well from here. Sorry.
Yeah,
there's a large volcano.
There's a really good place to look at it, right? If you stand about right here, yeah.
Yeah.
That way.
Okay, so we've been here a few days, but the museum is only open on the day we leave. So we're leaving today, but we're going to go in real quick and see what we can share with you guys. Saw lots of geese. Look at the beautiful owls. These are just some of the wildlife you can see here. And here in the museum, we have Loomis's actual equipment that he used to take these photographs. And then there we have his wife and their daughter, who sadly passed away, and that this museum is dedicated in her memory. And then this is the camera that he actually took those photographs with. Look at this. It is a Rochester box camera with bellows and a Bosch and Lone lens. That's incredible, isn't it? And this is what the museum looked like in 1938. Frank Loomis and his wife had been waiting days. They had camped up here waiting for the eruption to occur, and they were lucky. They took these 6 photographs and then they numbered them. You can see on the cars, they numbered all of these pictures. And this fueled the efforts to make this a national park. They were putting plates into a camera. I'm not entirely sure at what point they decided that they were going to move. This is number 4, the wind from the southwest, which blew the smoke to the left from my position and away from the top of the peak. Then another cloud shot upwards when I exposed again, getting photo number 4. These clouds of black smoke were so dense that they seemed to stand up like a mountain of granite in a solid mass. The sight was fearfully grand.
Kat's been mentioning the Sierra Nevada mountains and the Cascade Range, and where we are exactly is in the southern end of the Cascade Range. Just south of here, the Sierra Nevadas start, and just to our west is the coastal ranges. So we've got 3 ranges of mountains that are right here. They all kind of converge in this area. Tectonic action that's causing all these mountains in the area. The Pacific Plate and the North American Plate converge right here, and one goes under the other, and it causes a lot of this kind of volcanic action. We're in the Ring of Fire, if you can look right here. And this is the Ring of Fire right here, where the Pacific Plate runs into the other continental plates. The Lassen area was a meeting point for at least 4 Native American Indian groups: Atsague, Yana, Yahai, and Maudu. Because of its weather and snow conditions, generally high elevation, and seasonally mobile deer populations, the Lassen area was not conducive to year-round living. These tribes camped here in warmer months for hunting and gathering. Tribal members in the Lassen region work with the National Park Service to help visitors understand both modern and historical tribal culture.
Well, we're very glad we came back to visit the museum when it was open. It isn't very big, but it does have some great information about the area. And of course, we're back with the seismograph here, which I just think this building is adorable. Both donated in memory of Mr. and Mrs. Loomis's daughter.
We hope you enjoyed our final day in Mammoth and our first day at Lassen Volcanic National Park. Join us next week as we head to Bernie Falls and the lava tubes. Until then, we'll see you on the trail.